Alrighty, we're back. Rams franchise. In the last episode, we ended up going against the Kansas City Chiefs, where we won 38-35 in what was an amazing game for our young receivers. Demario Douglas, in his first ever game, goes for over 140 yards, I want to say, and 2 touchdowns. And Trey Tucker goes for 130 and 2 touchdowns. We should actually. Let's check the stats. We might actually be really good. Geno Smith, based off of that game alone, puts him up to fourth in passing yards. Genty having a great one. Our offense is actually doing really well. Our defense, on the other hand, not so much. Yeah, as you can see, Demario Douglas, I mean, he just exploded. Most of his yards, not most, probably at least a third from that game alone. Trey Tucker actually having a great season so far. And Jack Beck, the rookie, getting involved a bit. We actually have a trade that I want to do, and it is a very interesting one, and I know it's going to catch a lot of people's attention. But, oh, he's not even here. But as you can see, it's Raheem Mostert. We don't have any offers. I don't know why he got removed from the trade block. Or maybe he wasn't, I just found him. Cavante Turpin is, as you see, if we do this, the Cowboys will trade for Raheem Mostert. They also want a third, fifth, and seventh. That I'm not going to do. Tyree Wilson, after the game he just had, I'm not going to do. I'm going to do this deal. And what's going to make this even bigger is if we go over to adjust lineup and we click on him and we edit him, we're actually going to put him at running back. He wears number 9. We're going to try and get him a number that's fitting. Obviously, 9 is not available. We're going to give him number 0. Did we change his position? We did. Now, this way, he instantly becomes running back 2. We're also going to put him as our gadget. I'm actually really excited to see this. I'm hoping this will give our offense a much-needed boost. So, yeah, this was the real big thing I wanted to do for the bye week was actually go ahead and get that trade because this way, now we have a running back who is under contract. I obviously said Raheem Mostert probably isn't going to get re-signed. Zamir White was someone I didn't want to have to pay the money to. And then Dylan Labe, I mean, he's a 66 overall. Are we I'm not going to rely on him. So, yeah, I just really wanted to get Cavante Turpin. Because I felt, I didn't necessarily, when I saw that, 1, we could shop Raheem Mostert, and 2, we could get someone like him. Like a no-brainer. We're gonna go ahead and do. I'm actually going to quit quickly. I want to do the harder ones. We're gonna do mini games because, I sometimes do mini games, sometimes don't. It depends on how I'm feeling before episodes. Because you can get stuff from it. We're gonna do close quarters instead. All right, 60,000 for first, 30,000 for second, 5K. I mean, that sounds pretty automatic. I mean, we're already Nearly a fifth of the way there. That's not a touchdown. That is. See, look, 15 seconds in, we already got it. Basically, I got this trade done. The rest of the episode is going to be these mini games and then exploring other trades. Obviously, safety is a big one. I actually like our safety room though. For this year, I know it's not the greatest. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be one of those where we're going to fix come draft time or free agency because we do have the money. Right, the Mario Douglas trade will help us with the Jacoby Myers cap room. I highly doubt this times 10 is going to give us what we need. Yeah, 46K. That's okay. We got silver. Silver's nothing to be upset about. Darian Porter, other rookie. We got red zone defense. I actually really suck at these, but it's fine. We see their route. Normally, I didn't know we did see their route. Okay. We're going to quickly restart. I don't know why it's showing me the route, and it never did that before. Get that out of here. Great defense, Darian Porter. Oh no, we just got embarrassed. I mean, we should have gold medal secured as long as this doesn't keep happening. Oh my goodness. What a way to end it. Perfect. And then Jack Beck, he's also balled out. We also go red zone for this one. What a horrendous throw by Gino. What is happening, Gino? Inside leverage gets us the catch there. Why am I... What the heck? That's bull. Why was I locked in place? I did not mean to call for the ball. Bad throw by Gino. Why when I call... Okay, see, I'm glad this drill's over. That was BS. Why when I call for the ball am I locked in place? Let me move around. It's a jump ball I'm calling for. Out of curiosity, what kind of free agents do we have available? The big one being free safety, or I don't even know if it's free safety, just a safety. We could definitely just get better just to Sean Gibson for a year or Bobby McCain. We also get a veteran guy like Kareem Jackson or a young guy like Isaiah Simmons who we know can play all around. But we are actually going to be getting our safety back, Lonnie Johnson, so Christopher Smith should have his duties relieved come next week, actually. Did the cameraman Richardson get injured? He's out for the week. Okay, that's fine. Oh my goodness, we had a lot of injuries. Cameron Richardson, Landon Roberts, he's week to week. Tyree Wilson, Javon Baker. That is a lot of injuries. We also have 55 staff points, I just realized, so we could definitely go ahead and spend those. So what do we need? D tackle, I 100% agree with. But the issue with D tackle is there normally isn't any good people for good value. It's normally, hey, for Justin Jones, a 29-year-old guy who has a pretty expensive cap hit, we're going to want, a second, a fifth, a seventh, and, your whole future. Normally, it's not this good. A fourth and a fifth is actually not bad for a player of his quality as an immediate shoe-in, especially for a guy like Devin White. But I actually don't want to get rid of Devin White because then we would have to just get a Mike linebacker again, which, to be fair, we could actually look at free agency and see if that's a potential move for Justin Jones. But who knows? Maybe there's a young guy who we really like. Nabil Hewitt, Ben Neiman. The youngest guy is Tony Fields, who, I mean, is only one overall worse. Definitely not a bad thing per se, but also, do we have any? Is there a single scheme fit? I saw one, but he was very far down, which is concerning. Marty Burney. Yeah, a 64 overall is the first scheme fit. That's There's no scheme fits. Demetrius Flanagan fouls. Okay, I think we're gonna hold on to Devin White. Um, yes, the value is definitely there, but it sucks to have to say no to that. Defensive tackle. The next guy is Dwayne Carter, who I imagine is going to have so much more pull considering how young he is and a scheme fit. Like, yeah, third round pick, 2 4s. Alex Kappa, our guard. It's the young guys who get you, man. The only time you really want to do these trades is Zach Harrison's probably the better one here. He's a year younger. But he'll even be a lot. A fifth rounder for Zach Harrison. I actually really like this. I might actually pull the trigger on this trade. He's a young D tackle who can develop in this system. I don't know if he would necessarily be an immediate starter. D tackle free. I mean, he would. Jonah Leilua. But Jonah Leilua, I mean, he's only in his second year. Makes sense to let him develop potentially. Thomas Booker's a young guy. He's actually progressed beautifully. I mean, oh my goodness. 68 overall. He was a 64 at the beginning. And then Tonka Hemingway. I don't think it's worth trading for a D tackle looking at this. I mean, these guys have actually developed incredibly. Besides Adam Butler being, the old man. Oh boy, he's expensive. We probably are gonna want to look to getting rid of him after this season, honestly. I mean, because this year he's not bad, 3.8 free, but going up to 6.5 mil, that's such a bad contract for the Raiders. Oh my goodness. Maybe in real life it's worth it, but in this game, absolutely not. Looking at negotiations, there are definitely a few guys who have, blossomed. Dylan Parham hasn't allowed a sack in quite a while. The offense is obviously doing really good, so. And Dylan Parham, I mean, it makes sense to get it done now rather than later. Sorry, I have my dog trying to get on my lap. Um, Eric Stokes has done really well getting a bunch of tackles. We have 121 million cap space, and this would only be 4 mil a year for a quality cornerback. Yes, he won't be, elite, but quality guy. Zamir White, we obviously don't want. Javon Baker, he's our wide receiver 5 for a reason. We don't plan on bringing him back. We can just sign a guy, the off season for dirt cheap. We already re-signed one corner. It was who was it? Darnay Holmes. Kenny Pickett, I have no interest in because of Aiden O'Connell. I'm gonna go ahead and give Thomas Booker a 3-year extension because, like I said, he has progressed beautifully. He's going to hopefully turn into a really solid guy with a rotation. Or, I mean, he could be a trade candidate if not. But everyone else, I think I'm good on for now because let's talk about it. We'll go for Tyree Wilson. I mean, at this point, I'm not picking up his 5th-year option. He had an amazing game. If he's able to build off of that, then we're talking a different story. But I think 13.2 mil for a 74 overall is just entirely too much. If he goes up in dev and goes up to like a high 70s guy by the end of the season, then most definitely would be a different story. But at this point in time, not a different story. Evie, stop. Stone Forsythe, absolutely not. Will Putnam, I mean, he's a cheap guy. He does have interest, so I mean, we could just re-sign him, and he could be a guy who we end up cutting come training camp, or not training camp. The week one rosters, because he's definitely not making the team, barring injuries. Same thing with Tristan McCollum. He's a guy who's heavily interested in, very cheap. So, I mean, there's no reason why we couldn't re-sign him. Ian Thomas, I have no interest in because of how much he's going to cost. Lonnie Johnson, if he switches his offer to a 1-year deal, he definitely could be worth it because our safety depth isn't there. Devin White, same thing. If he switches to a 1-year deal, we could definitely re-sign him. Charles Snowden, I have no interest in. I mean, he has no interest, so it's not like he's going to give us, a better contract for us. Landon Roberts, I do want to bring back. I just want him to regress so we have a cheaper contract. He is 31, so he is going to. Kenny Pickett, no interest in. Kai Blue Kelly, no interest in. Jordan Meredith, absolutely no interest in. Javon Baker, no interest. Malcolm Koonce, no interest. Amir White, now that we have Kavontae Turpin, no interest. Jamal Adams, no interest. Dylan Parham, I do want. Jermaine Pratt, I mean, it depends on what he's going to be asking for because he'll be turning 30, so he's going to regress. He might ask for like a 1-year deal that could be worth our while. And Eric Stokes, I actually am interested in now. He has actually proven his worth. The issue with this is you see our defense is bad. A lot of these guys would just be, rental guys. Eric Stokes, he would, if I re-sign him, I do not want him to be cornerback one like he has been. Um, Dylan Parham, well, no, he's a guard. He's the exception. Like, Atlanta Roberts, there's nothing bad to say. He's actually done amazing. Lonnie Johnson's been on IR, same thing. So there's really only two guys I'm really eyeing up, and that is Landon Roberts and Eric Stokes. I want to re-sign him, but I also don't know yet. Well, Landon Roberts, I know I do. I just want him to regress first and get his cheaper contract. While Eric Stokes, I'm not sold on. I'm definitely interested in buying, but I'm not ready to say, hey, I'm ready to buy. Dylan Parham, he is going to be a decent cap hit. We do also have guys we already drafted, but the plan was for one of those to because let's look at our team again quickly. Yes, these bye-week episodes normally aren't this long, but here we are. Colton Miller, we have no interest in replacing. We have Rogers and we have Grant. One of them can play. I mean, you see, they can definitely play out of position. So I guess Grant would probably move to center. I mean, he is able to play over there, it looks like. But Rogers, it looks like he is only able to play guard. So am I willing to say, hey, Dylan Parham? Because I don't necessarily know if I'm willing to do that. We could potentially, because Jackson Powers Johnson, I obviously like a lot. He's an 80 overall, 22 years old. Do we go with a younger O line? Because, like I said, Dylan Parham, I genuinely do like. I just don't know if I'm willing to say, hey, he is our guy, because we have a guy behind him. I don't think we're going to re-sign. He might be a guy who we re-sign with the intent of trading. But at the same time, with our offense being as good as it is, we're probably going to want to keep everyone we can. Why mess up this core? So, I mean, we'll give Tristan McCollum an offer. I mean, he's literally asking for the bare minimum. And Eric Stokes, while he is as cheap as he is, we'll give him his deal because he's only going to get more expensive. But like I said, Eric Stokes could very well be a backup come next season, who's on a 1-year deal, and we could end up trading him because just because we extended you does not mean you're safe. You're on a short leash, man. It's going to depend on how this draft goes. As for everyone else, No. All right. All right, but that's gonna do it, I guess. We're gonna stay put for where we are now. If anything happens, I'll make another video about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Goodbye.